I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity, Edgar Allan Poe once said. And that leads us off into the first game I played today, Rise of Insanity, which is pretty loopy actually when you think about it. It's like a first-person walking horror psychological game. So the story is about a doctor that's treating a patient. The patient may have like multiple personality disorder, and it actually treats it, I feel like, with decent respect for mental illness. And he starts to ask the advice of a colleague, like, how do I help this patient? Should I try and like combine the two personalities into one? Now, I didn't get to finish it. I think I got about halfway through this game. It's a fairly short game. It's only like 1 or 2 hours, depending on how fast you go through everything. So something happens to this psychologist, I believe, or counselor, to his family, and you're trying to investigate what happened. So I believe the client's name is Eddie. I only think it gets mentioned a few times, at least to where I got to. Overall, I thought the atmosphere was very spooky. They did a great job. I think they did an even better job than the Purification, which I played last week. And I found like the environment's graphics were decent and diverse. Like, I wouldn't say that they were like cutting edge, but they do the job, and they're pretty dark and grimy. So it starts off interestingly enough, and you're wandering a lot from room to room, sort of picking up items, answering the phone, getting these like random like flashbacks, and you go into these different states pretty much. And there are a lot of jump scares in this game, and like that's one of the things I usually in a horror game or a movie, I just can't handle jump scares, and there's quite a few. Not, yeah, they're not really like one after the other, but still they come in at pretty good times. So yeah, the puzzles are pretty basic. Like, you just have to find an item, you pick up a phone, then the game loads the next level. The sounds are decent. From what I remember, the music's pretty ambient. Like, it's not really memorable. Unfortunately, like, after the intrigue of like the setup, I feel like the storytelling is very weak. Sort of lets the jump scares and like just the level design sort of take over from there. And like, I predicted the story arc within the first minute or two. The regular price is $11.49. Right now we're going through the Halloween Steam sales, so the game is only $3.44. It's not bad for $3.44. I couldn't imagine paying like any more than 11, or like, I don't know what it goes for on Switch, but like, if you paid 30 or 50 bucks for this game, man, I feel sorry for you, because it's really not worth it. So yeah, the game is short, 1 to 2 hours. You can get it for a few bucks, like $3 is pretty fair. It's just not as good as like other games, I feel like, in this genre. For Layers of Fear is better. But it's not bad. I mean, it's just pricey for a short game, but if you're having a rainy weekend like this weekend, then, you know, maybe pick it up, watch a little bit of the game, and you might like it. But it's very different from a lot of games I usually play, but I would definitely say, I guess I don't have a score here. I'd say it's probably like a 6, 6.5, maybe 7 tops out of 10. It's not amazing, but, you know, it's actually entertaining. So check it out and keep your sanity levels high. Bye.